In an effort to clamp down on gang-related and other violent crime in Mitchell's Plain on the Cape Flats, stakeholders that work on the ground are now meeting with the Western Cape government. Well, this is part of the Mitchell's Plain Safety and Development Plan that has been evolving over the last year. And after a period of about 20 days without shooting incidents, an intense flare-up in gang activity has now resulted in the killing of a number of people. The plan also seeks to reduce violent crime with targeted interventions, substance abuse mitigation, as well as community engagement. Our reporter Mariska Buerta is at that particular meeting.
We're coming to you from Cedar High School in Rocklands, which falls within the greater Mitchell's Plain area, where today the Mitchell's Plain Safety and Development Plan is being discussed by stakeholders in partnership with the SABC and also the provincial government, talking to various CPFs, high school principals, community forums, neighborhood watches. They're all part of a collaborative that are gathering here today to discuss the major issue of crime which people face in this area. We had an interview a little bit earlier with one of the high-ranking police officials within the Mitchell's Plain area. There were 20 days where there was no gun violence, no shooting, and then there was a number of them that took place. And the majority of these is gang-related. So that's one of the major issues that's coming under the loop here. And so many of the people have said, the only way to tackle this problem, the issue of gang violence and young people joining gangs, because the children that are becoming involved in gangs are becoming younger and younger each year, it has to start from primary school level. It has to go back to the homes where these children come from. It has to be within the community where they raise children that do not want to participate in gang activities. Those were some of the comments that we heard a little bit earlier, and the SABC is telling us that they are deep in investigations for the shootings that happened after that 20 days of peace, which is almost unheard of for the Cape Flats in general in the last few months or so, because we've seen a number of mass shootings. And it's not just the mass shootings that take place, where at the last count more than 30 people have been killed, but every day on the various streets of communities of the Cape Flats, it's just a police vehicle in the back passing now. There are shootings that take place almost on a daily basis. So communities have become very unsafe. People don't trust the different authorities, and that's what this outreach is. The aim of it is to get everybody who is involved in the upliftment of communities to sit around a table and talk. We heard one gentleman speaking to us from the Cape Flats Community Forum saying it has to be a ground-up approach and not a top-down approach. So they don't want officials to bring ideas to them. They want to be the ones to deliver and give the ideas to government to say, this is how we're going to make our community safe. And they do have plans. They do have structures in place. There are dedicated people that walk the streets at night trying to make their communities safer. And the SABC is once again saying it cannot just be their job alone to fight crime and gangsterism, but it has to be the community that emboldens themselves. The faith communities need to step up again so that the moral regeneration that is seen can be turned around. So across the province and across Cape Town, there will be a number of such engagements between provincial government and the stakeholders on the ground to find a way, and as they call it, the Western Cape Safety Plan 2.0, to improve on that safety plan, to ensure that communities live safely and can finally prosper.